Hello and welcome everyone to today's video. So it's been a while since I uploaded. I was extremely sick. My throat is still not doing the best, but I really wanted to get back to posting videos, so I hope you can cope with me and my sore throat. However, today's video is something that you requested a lot after I uploaded some videos last week, and that was my DIY 1960s inspired beauty thing. So I'm just about to do my skincare, and here is what I like to use. So let me start by talking about this. This is a little peeling that I made. I already washed my face. I like to use a lemon zest for this and sugar just to get a nice peeling effect. I start by using 1/3 of a cup of sugar in a little dish, and then I'm just using some lemon zest. You can use whatever you like. I like to use lemon because it's good if you have any inflammation in your skin. It just helps soothe that and heal it. So I just put some zest on top, and then I add some oil. I like to go with all sorts of oil that are good for your skin, and I personally usually like to go with thistle oil. And then I start mixing it, and I just kind of add oil until it is fully mixed. So the sugar won't dissolve in the oil, but just until it's saturated, and then it's ready to use. And then what I will do with this, I put them all in like little glass dishes usually, just to have them around. And then what I will do is just take this, take a little bit, and start peeling my face with it. It's a very gentle and nice peel. So yeah, I just make sure to like work that in, and then I will just go to the bathroom and wash it all off. So because this is an oil-based peeling, it'll already moisture your skin, which I think is great for the winter time. I also know that during the 1960s, a lot of skincare was natural. A lot of people did that themselves, and I love this peeling because it is so gentle and nice on the skin. I feel like you don't want to do anything too heavy for your skin. And then the next thing that I use is this glass. It looks kind of fancy, and this is my self-made rose water. For the rose water, you just need a rose. It doesn't really matter which kind or which color. I just picked this one, and then you want to start by peeling the petals. So one by one, I just take them off and put them aside. It doesn't really matter what kind of rose you use, but you will definitely see a change in color depending on which kind of rose you like to go for. But I just had these, so I decided to go with those. I make sure that all the petals are separated, and then when I have them like this, they're ready to be turned into rose water. So I just use a cup of water on the stove and then add all the petals in there and then let it simmer. So I make sure that I don't boil it too much and that I don't bring it to a boil too quick. So I kind of start with a low temperature, and then you will see a discoloration on the petals. So you will see the colors kind of leaving the petals, and that's how you know that you're kind of doing the right thing. I then just let that cook for a little bit until the petals kind of turn a waxy consistency. So then I just use a spoon and remove them from the water. And add the rose water to a glass and let it cool before using it. This always smells so good. I just like to keep it in here until it is completely cooled down, and then I will put it into like a little spray bottle. But for now, I will just take a little bit of this on my hand. Depending on the rose color that you use, this might come out in different colors. So if you use like lighter color petals, it'll not be that dark of a purple, but since I kind of use like a very dark red flower, it kind of comes out like this. And then I'll just put it on my face. Rose water is believed to have healing powers. I truly think so. And I just love this so much because it's so nice and gentle on the skin. I love to use face water because it makes you feel so refreshed and nice, and I always feel like it's just great to wake up with that nice feeling on your face in the morning. And then next up, I like to use this. This is a little oil that I made for my face. For the face oil, I used thistle oil. I went with 2 tablespoons. That's usually more than enough for a couple of weeks for me, like 1 or 2 weeks. I also add a little bit of vitamin E oil. That's just good for your skin. And then I add some of my self-made lavender water, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second, just for a good smell. And because I feel like it really helps calming the skin, and then I just mix it. Since it's water, it won't mix completely with the oil, but that doesn't really matter. I just like to use all sorts of oils that don't have a strong smell. I personally like to use thistle oil. This is really good for my skin. And then I always add a little bit of vitamin E oil. That's also great to just help calm your skin. And with that, I like to put it in like the little pipette that you saw. And then we're just gonna put it on and massage it in. I like to do this in the mornings and the evenings, just to make sure I have a really nice, refreshed skin. And as said, I currently have a lot of issues with dry skin, so face oil is way better than regular moisture if you struggle with that as well. I can just recommend you to use oil, or at least try it. And then last but not least, in this like little glass, this actually is a lavender mist that I made. For the lavender water, I just started by using 1 cup of water and added it to this little pot. I couldn't find fresh lavender because it's currently winter, but you can get these. These are actually to prevent moths from going into your closet, but they're really good, and it's nothing but lavender in these little sacks. So I got one and just emptied it into my cup of water, and then I let that simmer for a bit. You will see that the water will turn a dark purple brownish color, and I just make sure to mix it so that it won't get too hot or burn. I ended up adding a little more water with this. I kind of go by my feelings to just make sure that it dissolves really well, and then I usually let that cook for at least an hour. Then I got myself a glass dish and this porcelain filter, which you usually use to make coffee, but it's really good to strain the lavender. I also added a paper filter just to make sure that I really filter out any pieces of lavender since they're so tiny. And then I strained the mixture. And this will just make sure that all of the lavender is left in the filter, and then I just let that cool and then it's ready to use. So what I like to do with this, first of all, I used this and added some of it to the oil just to have a really nice smell. It smells so good, and I like to use this and spray over my bed to go to bed. Plus, this is a great natural mist, so if you kind of want to go for a natural perfume, that's what I like to do. I just kind of dip it, put it behind my ears. It also has a very calming effect, which I really like, so that's what I like to use this for. And then I also like to just use it on my wrists. If you want to make this last a little longer, it's good if you use oil first, so I will just use some of the face oil first, put that on here, and then put the lavender water on top. It's just a really nice smell. And that's basically, and these are like 4 of my favorite recipes to make skincare at home. These are very much inspired by Anita Pallenberg and Marianne Faithfull, who've both stated in interviews that they are really keen on natural skincare, and I know that their favorite smell was lavender, whilst Pattie Boyd's is roses. That's why I'm making rose waters. Plus, it's very beneficial for you and your skin. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video on DIY 1960s skincare. Comment down below if you have any recipes or any other things that you like to do. I would love to hear about your recipes, because I also like to do face masks and a few different things, but these are like my bases. This is pretty much what I use every single day. So my voice is leaving me, so I'm just gonna stop filming. So I'm just gonna end this video right here and start editing it so that it'll be up tomorrow for all of you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Go out, spin a record that you love, do some self-care, try these recipes and let me know what you think, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye everybody.